Hey, what is up, everybody? Sharpie 2011 coming to you guys today with another video of a new game, actually. Um, this is going to be No Man's Sky. It's gotten a couple of mixed reviews, but overall, it's a somewhat decent game considering how much is going on in the background, um, and how much you can actually do. So, for now, we are going to start from the very beginning so that you get the full immersion of everything.
Commencing Atlas System suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete. Thermal protection falling.
Alright, so we wake up on a random planet every time. So usually it's a planet that doesn't have a lot of good things going about it. So we gotta have our shield, and in order for us to have our shield up, we have to gather ferrite dust, 75 of it. So essentially, you can mine about everything. What the F is that? No idea what those are. Little tiny animals. Hopefully they don't attack me. Of these suckers. And if you hold your thing too long, it overheats. So, gotta repair our scanner. Now we can scan for sodium, which is right over here. How do you run? So run is right joystick if you are playing on PlayStation or Xbox. And if you don't let it stop... No! You jerk.
Signal detected.
So we are able to do that. We need to get some more, Oh, dang. So you can use your jetpack with X. sodium for our shield.
Technology
There we
recharge.
go. Now we should be good. Starship signal received. Use the jetpack to fly short distances or the exosuit. Use the scanner, so we're gonna go over here.
Thermal protection falling.
That is copper, but cannot mine that yet. So I do not have that. All I have is a miner tool. Alrighty. Let's pick up this, because you never know how long we're going to be out. Running. Man, that ship's a ways away. So I'm assuming, what the hell's that? Please do not eat me. It looks like a Venus flytrap. Ow! Yep, it is. Haha. Got oxygen from that little guy. Hold on. Don't eat me. Whatever that is. Condensed carbon. So I guess you have to like remove the junk first, and then you get some sort of thing from the damaged chest. Hydrogen, dihydrogen crystals. I'll use this first. Please don't eat me. Itineration, lots of numbers online. Atlas connection, intermittent, launch thrusters offline, pulse engine offline. I have awoken near a crashed starship. I can only assume it belongs to me, though I have no memory of it, no sense of a before. The crash must have affected my memory somehow. Log blah blah, unavailable, substituting data, exosuit connected, suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Self-guided repair protocol initiated. Provide space and atmospheric flight propulsion. Okay. Launch thrusters, critically damaged by a square. Okay, so square is how you get out. Some more condensed carbon. All the good stuff. What is this? Damaged machinery. Chromatic metal. Have 0.25. Stress beacon. Generation. Blah, blah. Transferred. Deleted. Probable boundary separation failure. Vessel 16 empty. Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer unknown. Diagnostic, no connection. Analysis, awaiting fresh iteration, anomaly containment repair. Let's go ahead and broadcast. Traveler anomaly detected. Position log, system integrity scan initialized. Anomaly is compliant. It's always good to be compliant. So, I need to collect fertile dust. I think that's the little stones? Advanced mining laser needed. So do that. Aha! That's all the stuff that I've been picking up. I'm gonna craft. So to craft, use your touchpad, go to your exosuit, and then any empty slot, you just press X to craft. And then you go to metal plating. Made one of those. Now, repair it, attach metal plating onto pulse engine. You can access Starship inventory by that. So you have tabs up at the top. You have your exosuit, your Starship, and your multi-tool. So we're going to go to our Starship, and go to pulse engine, repair. We're going to slap that metal on there. Looks like we need to get a hermetic seal as well. Assuming they're going to show us how to make that. Board the Starship and consult Starship diagnostics. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Awesome. Recommendation, iteration, comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage navigational data from distress beacon cache. So now, distress beacon. Here inside the beacon's housing, as well as distress broadcast unit, it contains some navigational data module. Let's take that unit, build a signal booster to use navigational data. So I need more of that stuff. Big old round. if you hold it for too long, it overheats. Build signal booster, need 50 carbon. Uh-oh. So if you hit your down arrow and you go to your mining beacon, you can charge it up with pretty much anything carbon. Could be condensed carbon, could be regular carbon. Carbon nanotubes. Build a signal booster by pressing the up arrow. Place it there. Outpost signal online. Input our navigational data. Scan for distress frequencies. Oh my goodness, that is an awesome scan. How far is that? 800? Good Lord Almighty. Hop in here and let our shield... Oh, that's another thing. If you are in an enclosed area, could be underground, could be in a house, could be in your ship. As long as you're in one of those three, your shield will recharge back to full. So... Erratic seal.
Prepared.
That there. Need pure ferritite for the launch. Sodium, which is good.
Thermal protection falling.
So I have been playing this on computer for a while. I really did not like third person. It's just a different different view, I guess. Oh, seriously. So storms are really bad. So we're gonna go down here and wait out the storm. Mine some cobalt while we do that. This cobalt usually sells pretty well. But anyway, I was playing in first-person view on the computer. It's a little different on PlayStation. It's not as bad, I guess. Kind of used to playing third-person on console games. Completed again.
Technology recharge.
So your health bar, also in the bottom left, goes up, or goes down, sorry. And if that goes out, you die. So, to counteract that, if you go to your exosuit, it'll be your life support system.
Storm clearing.
And you literally just put oxygen capsules, life gel support, or deoxite.
Technology
Put
recharge.
some that in there. And if you run, it goes down quicker. We'll mine some more of this.
Thermal protection fully. Technology recharge.
Some more crates. So you can have in your exosuit stacks of elements, usually stacked to 250, and then they start another stack. In your starship, you can stack up to 1,000. And then there are some rare things that only stack up to 5. Damaged container. Take the junk out. Dihydrogen 7. Those things, can't open those yet. There's a lot of dumped crates on this world. Sodium. Nice. Damaged container again. hydrogen jelly. Some more dihydrogen. Almost there, hopefully. With 195 units. Ooh, nice. It's a cool little view, though. Area discovered. Uzure Basin. Let's see if we can repair this one. Hey, look at that. I'm so glad I mined that. 26 nanite clusters. So that is actually a form of currency that they will most likely go over later, or I will in another video.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
So things to look out for in buildings are these little things. Check stock transfers.
Units received.
Okay, so units are the actual currency. And then accessing archives, 6 to 7 logs corrupted. Entry blah follows. No one making this recording in case living behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damage. Can't find ship. Let's recover those supplies. Logs finish, and the machine whirls to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. That's a bit creepy if you ask me, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. I got what I needed. But units are the normal currency that you pretty much buy everything with. So, and then shield restores are nice if your shield is like all the way down. What else in her? Is there a save point? Imagine that. So that told me to
Protection falling.
look for my thermal, or not thermal, my visor, and analysis visor, to find my ship, because I don't know where it's at. And of course, mine's broken, so I have to repair it. So, gotta build a nano tube again,
Product constructed.
and then multi-tool, scanner, install, analysis visor. Nice. I missed you so much. So your visor is really helpful. If you use it, it gives you pretty much all of your data. On the left side, it tells you what the planet information is. Below that is the temperature. It's extremely cold. And below that bar is your critical exposure. So I can be out here for 6 more minutes. And then I can also place custom markers if I choose to. red dots usually are animals. You can... What's that? Floating crystals. That's where we're gonna go real quick. Some oxygen. Oxygen's always good to have. This person runs so weird. So I'm really surprised that we found these this close. Oh, needed advanced mining. Lame. It's alright. But back to the scanner. You can literally scan anything. Little stones. And it'll tell you, you'll get units every time you discover new things. And then on the left side, it'll show the breakdown of everything. Recently formed. It's fertile dust as the primary element, and carbon as the second. And you can literally, like, scan about everything. So, pure ferrite and salt. Ferrite and dioxide. And then these are artifacts. There's my ship. Tag our ship so we don't lose it. And yeah. So obviously red exclamation mark is hazardous. Bunch of assholes. But they give oxygen, so they serve their purpose. Good to go. Go up here so we can recharge our shield top and use our sodium.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
So these little circle things too, they also give nanite clusters. So, Crabicua. It's elderly, gender's unknown, tends plants behavior is very important. Aggressive, usually will attack you on sight. Its diet is what you can feed it. And once you feed it, it basically poops out stuff for you. Ow. Those mother truckers. Pangea. So this obviously gives carbon as its primary. Then oxygen. Not every day you get those. Together anyway. So you've seen pretty much all three of the things that are harmful to people, like plants. You have those suckers that do the poison gas, and then you have the Venus flytrap looking ones, and then you have the stingers. And they hide them very well in just about everything. Frostwords. Its diet and behavior is prudent, so hopefully it doesn't attack me. Just stay over there, Mr. Velociraptor looking thing. Some more condensed carbon. It's always nice to have that stuff. It's like 2 carbons. Sodium plants. Birds. These are really hard to catch. I lost my ship. Where'd it go? There it is. Fix that.
Repaired. Technology repaired.
Woo-hoo! Got some pulse engine action now. So now we need to fix our thrusters. Construct a portable refiner to process pure ferrite. More ferrite. Imagine that. Salt and ferrite.
Unit constructed.
Build a portable refiner. So these things are pretty handy to have while you go like anywhere. They literally like, it's pretty self-explanatory. It processes stuff. Y'all, for the portable one, you always need a fuel source, which is going to be our condensed carbon and our carbon. And then you input something and it gives you an output. So everything's different. Oxygen converts to carbon. Ferrite dust turns into pure ferrite dust, which is what we're going to do. And if you see on the left side, right by where I dropped it in, it says 1-to-1. That means it only costs one of those to make the pure ferrite. And then it outputs it over here, gives you a time of like how long it's going to take. You can do a quick transfer. And then prepare. Here, and boom.
Prepared. Technology prepared.
Awesome. So, you can also pick up anything that you make. Obviously, I'm going to pick this up. And any fuel that you have in there is also going to come out as well. And then we're also going to take the signal booster. I don't know if we could fix that or not. Nope. Chromatic metals tend to be extremely hard to find. Alright. On board the ship. Now we're taking off. Oh lordy. Do not like this already. Seek answers in the stars. Oh gosh. Okay. Right trigger is your go fast. X is your gun. Square is land. Circle is go faster. Comms override. Incoming transmission. Source blah. Please identify yourself. I'm Z. Go ahead and identify myself. You are not Z alone. Follow the Z. The broadcast ends as strangely as it begins. The final piece of signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Scan. Cactus flesh. Copper, pyrite, and sodium. It's a pretty decent planet. So all of these things, they can hurt you if you run into them. But you can also shoot them. And they give you other stuff. So you might slow it down a little bit. Get some of that stuff. The tritanium, however you want to say it. That stuff actually is fuel for your jet propulsion stuff that's in your spaceship. there. If you look, it actually tells you how long it's going to take you to get there. So that's 12 minutes. I'm going to do a pulse jump. It's going to take about a minute. So if you look, the middle screen is going to be your fuel, which is, if once you run out of that, you can't boost anymore. You can still fly, you just can't boost, which tends to suck. So what I usually do is I tend to keep it as full as possible with the Tritinium that we just picked up. And then your thrusters also take fuel. If you don't have any upgrades, it usually takes 4 and it empties it out. The Starship fuel launch fuel fuels it completely. We're going down! Oh my goodness! So, L2, if you're on PlayStation, is going to be your slowdown. And then square is your land. It pretty much lands by itself, so if you can't land, something's wrong. So it looks like this is a desert biome, which is okay. It's only 79 degrees. Scan as much stuff as you can because you get units, which is your currency. You always need that. And it also tells you what elements are in it as well, which is helpful. So pyrite is actually gold, so it's helpful. And you always need ferrite dust. Against carbon. Modrite. Mordite. It's like the stuff you get from dead stuff, like after you kill it. Continue on with our thing that's behind us. So these things are save points, which are nice because it usually doesn't auto-save. It does auto-save if you jump out of your plane, so it's always a nice thing to have around here. Another engine broken. 16. Log entry blah follows. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal tapping out itself broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Let's decipher it. Entry blah. No fuel in failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. So let's download them babies. We have terrain manipulator. Mine copper to build the base computer. Sodium. So go to our multi-tool. Looks like we need to make it. So we got to make some carbon nanotubes. Good thing we have a ton of carbon.
Product constructed.
2 of those. Go to our tool. And bam.
Technology installed.
Bolt caster. That's a weapon, nice. Still don't have chromatic metals. So, and charge this baby up a little bit.
Recharge.
Alright. So use the analyzer and compass to locate copper.
Units received.
Sentinels. Those are robots that attack you because they're very particular on what they protect. They're kind of like their own entity. Nobody knows why they're around or where they came from, but they're assholes. And they have guns on them if you mine too much of it. Show you real quick. Whoa. Some pterodactyls now.
Units received.
So, here, I'll show you. Start mining stuff. So if you see in your bottom right corner, the little like thing that's pulsating looks like a gray dome. If you mine something, it turns blue, and if you keep mining, the guy will start shooting you. But if you stop right away, he just looks at you. So, oh, damn it. So if you're far enough away, it starts fading, like so. And if you're far enough away, he doesn't know where it's coming from. So you just run away real quick. No biggie. So copper. So if you switch to your terrain manipulator, which is triangle, literally just like mines away everything. That's not an element, I guess, besides metals. It does go through a lot of the fuel, but this works wonders. That's why I'm pulsing, because it uses so much. So, metals, I believe there's 3 different ones. There's copper, there's emerald, which is green, and then there is one more that is red, I believe, that I'm not too certain about, because I haven't found it yet. Alright, so that's all of the copper. So, 290 is not bad. That's a full stack, which is amazing. Where's my ship? So, copper, sodium, pyrite, they're all elements that usually are mineable like that with the terrain manipulator. So, I'm gonna go back to our ship, replace our computer. That died. So this planet is actually really good. It's not very toxic, which is nice, and there's no harsh elements either, so it's not really damaging my shield, which is amazing. Usually that never happens. It takes a long time for you to actually find one that's not harmful. So, going to create DOS computer. Oh, you gotta have chromatic metals. So, gotta process the copper in our handy dandy portable refinery. Place that baby right there. Put some fuel into her.
Technology recharge.
And I'm gonna just put a whole stack in there. It's gonna take about 2 minutes to do a whole stack. So if you look where I told you before, like where we dropped in the copper, the ratio now is 2:1. So that means it takes 2 copper to make 1 of the chromatic metals. Copper is very low on the metals, so it uses more. The other 2, emerald, is a 1:1, I believe, and then the red one, which is harder to find, is a 1:2 ratio, which is awesome because it gives you twice as much resources for it. So we're gonna do about 100, and then we're gonna stop it. I'm not sure about these. Not really sure what they do. I think they were supposed to have some functionality put into them, but they haven't yet, I guess. The stop works, which is nice. So we're gonna stop it at 100, and then we're gonna build our computer. Alright. Don't want to begin. So quick transfer to our exosuit. Same thing over here. You can't pick it up when there's stuff that is actually in the portable refiner, except for the fuel. So we're gonna place that computer. We're gonna use it. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. Don't mind if I do. So essentially, what that just did is
Attention falling. Technology recharge.
Five. Construction terminal requires a skilled overseer. You can recruit overseers in the space station. Click on our options, go to discoveries, guide. Okay, so it's gonna be this, hit that like button. Also, I love feedback. If you could give me any feedback, other games, just let me know in the comments below and I can reach out to you. And as always,